Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever Tom Holland can. Just saying. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here, finally giving you a film review of Spider-Man No Way Home. Reason why I say finally is just because it just seems like this movie should have already came out. Seems like it's been a long time coming. I don't know. It just seems like it's been a long time. And I mean, I know it didn't get pushed, which I think could have benefited because God knows what it took to get this fucking movie together. Of course, Spider-Man No Way Home is directed by John Watts yet again. And of course, we got Tom Holland, we got Zendaya, we got, Benedict Cumberbatch coming back as Doctor Strange. And, we got a lot of people coming back from other universes. Spoiler free, guys. I put it in the title. Spoiler free. I will have my spoiler review. I'll probably post it tomorrow. Even on tonight's vodka stream, we won't be talking about spoilers. I think we'll have a whole spoiler panel happening sometime next week. So look forward to that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and put your notifications on because then you'll know when that madness will happen. But yes, Spider-Man No Way Home, of course, takes place right after Far From Home, which I've expressed that, man, there are things that I love about that movie, and there's things that I absolutely cannot fucking stand about that movie. When I rewatched it again, I was like, man, I mean, it's just like the first 40 minutes or so, it's just so rough. There's cringy things. I mean, I've expressed many times I'm not really too fond of what they did with the side characters, MJ, Flash Thompson especially, and that Flash Thompson, I mean, just get rid of him. I don't even want him anymore because I didn't like him in this movie. But I will say MJ better. So, of course, Peter Parker wants Doctor Strange to cast a spell to have everybody forget. Well, not everybody, but, mainly everybody to forget that he is Spider-Man. So then he can, because his life kind of gets up in shambles. And, of course, they established that big time. And like I said, right off the bat, it's still a little bit of a rough ride when it starts, because they're still continuing off of that. Even though I like the fact that now he's in the public eye, I like that aspect. But there's some cheesy moments right at the beginning. But, that's just the way it is. And then, of course, the spell goes awry. Some people start showing up from other universes. And it just... If you're a Spider-Man fan, man. So what did I think of Spider-Man No Way Home? Oh, come on. You guys know. You saw the first reaction of you. Oh, my God. Like I said, this movie, of course, a little rough start, which I kind of expected. I think I kind of expected that, so I kind of prepared for that. I knew. I was like, all right. And I was just like the whole time, even though the story that, of course, they're establishing of what's going on and the fact that anybody who knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man is, of course, going to be interrogated, of course. Jeez, I can't even talk right now. But anyways, yeah, we all knew that there was going to establish that story. And then, of course, it was going to lead to all that. But, yeah, sometimes I was just feeling like, just get to Doctor Strange already. I want all the people to come back. Man, when they come back, I mean... obviously, there's certain things that I'm not going to talk about, obviously. And, the things that I guess you can is just anything that's been revealed in the marketing, the trailers, and stuff like that, because obviously we got villains that have come back, and that's the only things that they really showed. But it's really awesome when they come back. I mean, obviously, we finally get to see what happens on that damn bridge, which sometimes with that was, there was, of course, one moment on the bridge where it was like, but it was great. Obviously, opening night when Doc Ock showed up, everybody cheered. When the green guy showed up, everybody cheered. Pretty much anybody who showed up, they cheered, but just some more than others. The relationship between MJ and Peter, I've just never really liked. I've always felt it was awkward, and I don't know what they were trying to do with it. It just didn't feel like there was chemistry there, even though Tom Holland and Zendaya are, they're together in real life. But you feel it here. You actually do. And I was going, okay, this is not too bad. I'm still not too fond of this version of MJ so much. But like I said, it's way better here. And of course you got Ned, who I've always enjoyed. And he has a little bit more to do here, I think. So it's pretty interesting when it comes to that fact of the matter. But just seeing Willem Dafoe back, seeing Alfred Molina back, it's pretty damn awesome. Comes to visual effects. I think the only times you really sense that visual effects could be a little bit better is It's always the Spidey stuff. It's the motion capture. He's in the Iron Spidey suit. It gets a little wonky sometimes, and that's always like a little bit of a drawback because you're looking at him, you're kind of going like, oh man, you're looking. You could kind of tell, and there's still that aspect of it. But then there's moments where you can't. I mean, it seems like there was certain moments that they really needed to focus on. Hey, we got to do something. We got to make sure this looks really good. And there are a lot of moments that look really, really good, like obviously some best Spider-Man moments that you'll see. But the de-aging was good. And with Alfred Molina, it actually really, I didn't really notice it. I was like, man, they did a pretty good job with him. And then, of course, seeing Dafoe back, and Dafoe just nails it, man. It's like he's been playing the character for the last 20 years. It really is. I mean, I love the fact that, we get to see his face and see more of his face and him Willem Dafoe is a creepy looking dude. We know this. You've seen what he looks like. And the fact that he was able to do more without like that mask on, and you just kind of, you get his facial expressions with the voice and everything. It just really, really works well. And then, of course, seeing everybody else, the Lizard, Sandman and Electro. They do it, when it comes, at first, I'm not going to lie, when Jamie Foxx, I was not liking what they were doing with Electro. I was going like, okay, well, it's getting a little too campy here. I mean, I get what they're doing right here, but it's getting a little too campy. But then all of a sudden, I started going, okay, it's getting better. And then there's an awesome scene with him, which I'll discuss when it comes to, an awesome exchange, I should say, that I'll discuss in my spoiler review. But yeah, I was kind of going, it's a little too, sometimes it's just feeling a little too campy and everything. So, and I mean, it's just, like I said, for like the first quarter, maybe a little more than a quarter. I said half last night, but it's probably more of like a quarter. It is a little rough. And there's just some moments where I was just going, oh man, I don't know about this, but man, I tell you what, when when the second half or whatever the hell, I don't even know what minute it is. It's just like I was just up in my seat, just going, tee. Tom Holland. I've always said that I like his Spider-Man. Is he my favorite Spider-Man? No. I've always said it's Garfield, Maguire, and Holland. He's last, yes, he is. Only because, he just seemed like he just needed a break away from Tony Stark. Okay, he needed a break away from Tony Stark, and I got really excited, of course, when at the end of Far From Home, it seemed like that was going to be the case. They were finally going to put that to bed. He was going to be out on his own, and then I kind of worried when you start hearing about things that were happening in this movie. But the fact of the matter is, he is now. I mean, come on. He jumped another level. Now he's up there, and he really shows it. I mean, there's so many emotions that that he goes through, or just a roller coaster of stuff, man. And it's just it's pretty fantastic. And I tell you what, it almost seems like what the MCU was really doing was just one big ass origin story for this Spider-Man, because now it's going, okay, we got the origin story. Are you ready to go, kid? Now we're going to do this shit. Not really much more I have to say about this. I mean, it was a roller coaster of emotions. Like I said, there's sometimes where I was frustrated and going, that's cringy. Okay, that's pretty funny. And then there was moments of just like, yay. I mean, I clapped a couple of times, few times probably, for certain things. And I mean, we all know what the certain things at time. It's a worst kept secret in Hollywood, but I'm going to go in detail with that in my spoiler review, because it's just like, I mean, yeah, it's the worst kept secret ever. And it's just funny because I know there's still people out there that were not believing that was going to happen. And it's like, I mean, when it does, I mean, it's just, that was a double chef kiss. Double. There should be a triple one because, there are three of them. But I'll leave it at that. And, we'll talk about that in the post-credit scenes, everything. So, but yeah, overall, by far the best Spidey in the new trilogy. I don't know where it ranks yet. I think I might do a video this weekend and just kind of rank all the Spider-Man movies, because why not? Everybody else is putting their ranks out there, so I might as well do it too. But yeah, I just thought, man, if anybody has any more doubts about Tom Holland continuing, hopefully that'll be just, no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine at the end of this movie. I really feel that, because it's gonna be interesting to see where they take it for the next trilogy, I guess you could say, because it's just gonna be good. Being a Spider-Man fan, yes, and this, I mean, talk about just, when it comes to the nostalgia, when it comes to the callbacks, there'll be some that I maybe go, but most of them they did such a good job when it comes to callbacks in this movie. I thought they handled it pretty well. I thought they pretty much did that, and and with just the handling of the characters that come back, it's it's done. I mean, I think maybe it would have been kind of cool. I mean, this movie could have easily been like 4 or 5 hours long, man, because you're cramming so much Spider-Man history into a movie in like 2.5 hours, 2:45, whatever the hell it is, 2:40 maybe, I don't know what it is. You're cramming so much Spider-Man history, cinematic, and even more than that into this, and I'm like surprised that it wasn't actually longer. So there you go, guys. There's my initial Spider-Man No Way Home review. My spoiler discussion will be posted tomorrow. I'm not gonna have time to do it tonight, but go ahead and look forward to that tomorrow. And then I think we'll be doing like a spoiler. I'll have a panel stream because next week's gonna be pretty crazy when it comes to obviously we're leading right into Christmas next week. Not gonna have a vodka stream on Friday on Christmas Eve, but maybe I'll do something. I don't know. But and then of course I'm seeing The Matrix on Wednesday, so I'm not going to have a Film Junkie live, and who knows how much the movie news is going to be all around, who knows how much movie news there's actually going to be, but definitely going to shoot for having 2 Film Junkie lives, and then maybe Thursday we'll have like a panel spoiler discussion for Spider-Man No Way Home. So there you go, guys. Let me know your thoughts about Spider-Man No Way Home down below in the balls area. And hit that thumbs up before you leave. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, hit the join button. It's also down there. If you want to join the Patreon, that's also there too, doing a Patreon stream. If you want to be a part of that, all the patrons that want to join can join, and we'll have a nice little discussion about everything. And then, of course, we got the Film Junkie Closet down below with merchandise. All right, guys. Talk to you later.